Honest Berryman TV, MC Wicks. You are now rocking with the greatest. Worldwide, universal, we kick game, drop gems. Knowledge expand the brain. We don't speak no lie, this all factual. Travel through sound waves, international. My aura is shining, but that's natural. From the cosmos, supernatural, extraterrestrial with the ill flow. Too high, too elevated. Art and culture is beautiful, we gon' celebrate it. Documented this history in the making. Connecting with the rest of the planet through conversation. Building from the ground up, this the foundation. Through the power of thought manifestation. Gift the gab, champion rap, greatness. Timeless like hieroglyphs. Who would've ever pictured this? Blow.
Watch it.
All right, we got Batista on the beat on the show. Been
Let's
talking about
go.
it for a while. He's a legend and super talented. And
I mean, I don't
yeah,
know about a legend, but you know, I appreciate that. But I don't know about a legend. A legend in the making, maybe. Yeah, that would be good.
definitely, you're super
I can do that.
talented. I'm glad we met. We've been talking
Likewise,
for a little
brother.
while.
Yeah.
And whereabouts? I want to know whereabouts you're from exactly, where you grew up, and I want to know the whole Batista story.
Okay. I mean, I can give it. Yeah. And so we were talking a little bit offline. I was telling you, um, this is my very first interview on any platform that has to do with hip hop, and I think it's the best for me to do it with you because I really respect what you do. You know what I'm saying? You are following the actual stories. I'm sorry, Miami's crazy. Um, but yeah, you following the actual stories. You have gotten to talk to the real legends of this game, and in a way that for them to just express themselves without anything about what's viral or whatever it is. It's not even the agenda. So I really appreciate you considering me like that. That to me is humbling because I don't feel like that. You know what I mean? I brag about shit and I go on my boasty shit, but I don't feel like a legend yet. I still have way too much to do for me to reach that status. But yeah, man, it's cool. But yeah, Batista, let me roll out the blunt a little bit. If you want to fill in the dead dead airspace. So
That's
I can
cool.
spark it up and give you the story. Once upon a time, there was a little Batista. But
No.
yeah, man. I mean, born and raised in Cuba. I was born '87, so right after the whole Soviet Union collapse over there. So I experienced a little bit of the good side of communism or whatever socialism system they had, because the Soviet Union was connected to Cuba in that whole communism front that were trying to be together on that bullshit. Um, and so yeah, I experienced growing up on like Russian cartoons, fucking Russian canned food and shit that we would get shipped in. You know what I mean? And that's where our rations would come from. If you don't know, communism is the whole idea of we're all the same. We get the same things. Doesn't matter how hard you work. You get the same thing as the laziest person. That's the best way I can describe it. You feel me? And
Yeah.
don't worry about the food. We gonna take care of the food. That's the government talking to you, and we're gonna give it to everyone equally. And then that translates to like everybody gets like a piece of rice. You
Yeah.
feel me? It took me a while to because I was born into that shit. I was born in the middle of them having the Russian people behind them, and like they felt like they were invincible. Uh, and man, I saw the morality of the people, like even the people that wanted to defend that the ideology, they couldn't do it anymore because it just you couldn't survive, you know. And then when you're struggling in survival, fuck all that ideology shit. I'm gonna steal if I have to steal. I'm gonna do whatever I have to fucking do to put food on the table. You feel me? So then it becomes hollow. It becomes a hollow country. So, and that's been going since the 60s. So right now, like my people over there, right now they're experiencing 12 hours with electricity, 12 hours without schedule blackouts. Imagine, what do you do with food in the fridge? Like, how do you even do anything? You feel me?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy, man.
And the Cuban peso devaluated so much that right now it's like 400 pesos for $1. So it's like it used to be when I left Cuba, it used to be like 25 to $1. It used to
Yeah.
be before Fidel took over 1 to 1. We had the same economy, 1 to 1, and the whole thing just tanked. It went to shit. So
Wow.
yeah, it's one of those. I feel like right now we're at the Haiti level, and I feel like Haiti is even better right now because they're at least trying to do change from within. They're struggling hard, but at least they're a step ahead of us. We're still stuck in the regime. The regime hasn't even died, and it's crazy, bro.
Yeah.
So yeah, I can spend so much talking about Cuba because it 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 was crazy. It's 17 years. I was already a man there because you turn an adult at 16. They consider you an adult. So yeah, man, it's crazy. And then I came over here to United States. My grandpa came over in the 70s. In Mariel, kind of like Scarface. I don't know if you've
Yeah.
seen the movie.
Yeah.
That Max Exodus of the 70s.
Yeah.
He came in one of those boats. Then spent time here working in the restaurant business and stuff like that. Um, and then he claimed us. So he did some paperwork or some shit, so that way we could come over from Cuba.
Yeah.
Yeah, they had like a visa or something he could apply. It took like 12 years for the paperwork, and then we finally were able to come through. And I came 2005, May 5, 2005, 555.
Wow.
Engine number shit. Yeah, man,
That's
mathematics. You feel
cool.
me?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's crazy. It's crazy, man.
I'm glad you
Sometimes I
came
look back
over.
and I'm like, what the fuck,
Yo. Yeah, it's awesome
Yeah.
that your grandfather was able to come over and pave the way for you to make it there.
Yeah, I mean, he was a crazy motherfucker, man. He was doing the thing out here. He didn't save money or nothing, you know what I mean? He fucked the money around and hoes and shit.
Yeah.
He was having his time, So
Yeah.
I'm trying to change that for the next generation, I'm trying to leave something behind.
Yeah.
He at least got us here, but
Yeah.
when I die, I wanna leave, land or something, like something, you
Yeah.
know. That motherfucker didn't leave shit. He just died recently. He passed shit last week.
Wow.
But
Oh, I'm
old age,
sorry,
you know what
man.
I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was all right. He had a long ass life, man. He was 90 something. You feel me? So he
Yeah.
he did good. He did good. He got out there in age. Most of us, what I mean, don't last that long.
Yeah.
So
Damn.
he got to up there almost to 100. Like what the fuck?
Yeah.
He did good. So I can't. I mean, I'm sad, but I'm not like fucked up about it that much. Yeah, man.
And
My
then,
grandma though, my grandma did fuck me up. That one did fuck me up, and
yeah.
that was because it was cancer, and that shit is different, bro. Pancreatic took her out in a month. That shit was hard.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's an evil disease, man.
man, it's fucking disgusting, bro. Like she was good, and then I think because COVID hit her, and I think that just dropped her whole shit within a month. That shit was coming out of her body. So
Yeah.
yeah, man. That's the one that hurts because I had the idea of when I got my first Grammy, she was gonna be there, type deal. Like yeah, we did this shit because she was the only one that would hype me up. Everybody else is more like on the, yeah, that music thing is good, but what about a real job? You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? The classic. She would
Yeah.
be the only one that would be like, nah, these motherfuckers don't understand how good you are, type shit. Like, pushing me on that.
Yeah.
So yeah, man, that one hit, but. Yeah, we gotta do what we gotta do. That was the beginning of me losing my goddamn mind online, bro. Because at
Really.
that same time, I was like securing things, talking with big managers in the business, talking with big producers in the business, locking in, doing sessions, getting into albums that apparently were going to be released and go to the Grammys, and I'm like, I'm here, it's happening. You feel me? Like it's
Yeah.
fucking happening. 20 fucking years with, goddamn, I can't believe it. So, as a dumbass, I quit my 9 to 5. I had 70K stashed, but as a fucking dumbass, I quit my 9 to 5 before getting something solid, believing people's words.
Yeah.
And that shit didn't pan out, my man. But I'm sure, I mean, following your interviews and stuff, this has happened to a lot of people in the business. You feel me? It has happened. It seems like a fucking thing. Now that I get, through the ring of goddamn fire, and I get to the other side, I'm like, oh, this is normal. Everybody goes through this shit. That's why they develop the thick skin. That's why they don't want to fucking help out. That's why everybody gets sour in this goddamn industry. You feel me? It's more like, what are you gonna do for me type shit. And the love really gets misconstrued. I feel like it's because of that. Like people go through this shit and it lets them change them. You feel me? It took everything in my fucking soul to not let that shit change me, bro.
Yeah.
It took everything, bro. Like, it's different. Like, it's different when you put everything and people play with your time. And they know they're playing with your time and smiling in your face type shit. That shit is different, bro. You know what I mean? So, like, it's not even about money or fame. It's like a code of conduct, you know, principle shit. Like, shit that you don't violate, you know? That's why I was like, okay, bet. Let me press the atomic bomb on all of y'all to let you know how I really feel. And then we can have a conversation. You feel me? Like, if we sit down, it's gonna be some man-to-man shit. All this fame shit, all this fame shit means nothing to me.
Yeah.
So it's one of those, you know what I'm saying? Like people sacrifice their own goddamn family members for this shit. Like it's something to do, man. So you know what I'm saying? Like it's the kind of shit that I'm not trying to even engage with anymore. And I said, well, if I gotta we got a saying in Cuba that is like, instead of getting pink 100 times, I'd rather get red one time. And I'm gonna fucking let you know. And that's it. And I don't have to fucking repeat myself, roll by the tape, pull up all the tweets that you want, and I already told you how the fuck I feel. It's not gonna change from here to now. I might have gotten some new knowledge, some new wisdom that allows me to express myself differently about it. But how I feel, still how I feel, man. You know what I'm saying? Like it's one of those. Yeah. You know, it was actually very heartbreaking to see the people that would choose sides and shit for clout. And they forgot about the principles. They forgot about the shit that they said in like an old interview when they really were trying to fucking do this shit for the love. They forgot.
Yeah.
They forgot, bro. I call it the ivory tower complex. You know what I mean? Everybody gets it. Because I've gotten comfortable too. When I was making good money, I got comfortable. I talk out of my shit. I was like, I don't need money. And God said, come here. Let me show you what happens. Let me make you go with no money for a couple years. So you then tell me if you need money or not, motherfucker. You know? Because I was going in and talking out of my mouth, bro. Like the power of the word is intense. You can use it to destroy, or you can use it to build. You feel me? Like you can make some shit that becomes reality with your mouth. You know, like I mean, you've seen this shit. You've seen it, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about. You see, I mean, the people that you have interviewed have done it. They have done the transmutation of going into that place where there's nothing that exists and coming back with something that changes the fucking minds of people. Like, that is magic. Those are different people. You feel me? Like, so, and you know what's crazy, man? After I go through the whole bullshit, yo, people like Doc, you know what I'm saying? Like, actually took the time to be like, yeah, no, I mean, I see how you feel. Like, we don't even have to agree, but he gave me a listening ear, man. That means the world. You feel me? Like, that means the world.
Yeah.
For someone to take the time to be like, yeah, no, I hear where you're coming from.
Yeah.
Even if I don't agree with it, you know what I'm saying? And I understand. And fuck with my music, like he showed love and he didn't even have to. You feel me? Like that, when that happened, bro, it changed the whole thing for me.
Yeah.
It changed the whole thing for me because I'm like, why am I even arguing with the people that you inspire, or G, if you are okay with what I'm doing? Like, if you're good with the way I'm moving, why am I even arguing with the people that you inspire under you? I'm wasting my time, for real. Like, this is some other shit. I can't be wasting my time like that, you know? Our existence is limited. We just meet vehicles, bro. You know what I'm saying? On this realm, we're very limited in what we can do, and our time gets played with. Like, our attention, our intention is crucial, you know? That shit can be pulled into 1,000 directions. So it's one of those. Like, let me close this blunt and pull my attention into another topic. You feel me? So we can talk about some other shit.
Yeah,
But yeah,
definitely.
you know what I mean. Hopefully this helps a little bit. The people that just getting a sense of who the fuck I am. I'm a humble motherfucker from Cuba, not so humble. You know, I'm not gonna wait for nobody else to tell me how great I am or not. I'm gonna let you know, motherfucker. You don't have to agree.
Yeah,
So if you feel the same way, oh man, I fuck with you. You feel me? Like that's the
yeah,
way it is. Like my light is not supposed to take away from anybody's light. That's the
yeah,
way I feel. I
yeah,
get excited about my shit. It's like show and tell. I'm like, yo, do you see the shit I made? And I want people to be like, yeah, cool. And I made this shit. Like that's about it. I don't want people to get weird about it. You feel me?
yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. Yeah, I
That's
love what
enough.
you said about the doc too, man. That's cool.
What? The what?
That you, the doc, is how he listened to you. Like he's a cool guy. I'm glad you were able
Yeah.
to talk to him, man. It's like
No, that
you
really helped, man. You have no idea. I was going through some fucked up thoughts because all in my mind was like, I'm gonna get back to them. I'm
yeah,
gonna let them see. And that shit is a destroying path. Like you can get revenge, and then you don't exist anymore because you lost yourself in the process, bro. And
yeah,
that's a fucked up way to go. Like I wasn't gonna take that bait either. They tried,
yeah,
but I'm different, man. You can't touch my soul, bro. I'm on a different mode.
yeah,
You feel me? I'm on a different mode, and I say that I'm not trying to be better than nobody. I'm just trying to be myself. And when I look in the mirror, that motherfucker is more than okay with who he
yeah,
sees. You
yeah,
feel me? Like he's like, oh hell yeah, man, and you never fold, and you went through all that shit, man. Fuck yeah, that's about it. That's all I can say. You feel me? So far, let's see where this shit goes. You know what I mean? I
yeah,
hope God is not listening and he's not trying to, send me some more tests. Something I fucked up. I was asking for strength, and I feel like that's a mistake. Well, I mean, unless you need strength, but when you ask for strength, you get hard times.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
for
I
sure,
didn't
man.
know. I didn't know.
Definitely.
Oh my God. I thought the strength just came, and it's like, no, no, you gotta. I'm gonna give you opportunities to be strong, motherfucker, and you're
Yeah,
gonna have to figure this shit out. And it's
you gotta
like, oh
make it.
no, oh no. It was
Yeah,
that shit was funny, bro. It was not funny, but it's like a cosmic joke, like
yeah.
where you're like, God, what is happening? I asked for strength, and God is like, this is it. This is what you asked for.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
gives you the
man.
tools.
Oh my God. Yeah, it doesn't give you the fucking finished product. Whoever
Yeah,
thought that, I
you
was
know,
wrong. I was wrong on that one. Just God had to show me twice. He was like, yo, one, I'm gonna hit you once, motherfucker, for
yeah,
being that dumbass to even dare to ask me for the finished product. And second, here are the fucking tools. Figure it out, motherfucker. Here you go. It's funny, man. I'm
yeah,
glad
man.
I can laugh. I'm glad I can laugh about it now because I was not okay. You feel me? For a while.
Yeah, I'm glad you can too now, man. Yeah,
Yeah. I'm saying, bro, like just knowing and hearing the testament of Doc, what he went through,
yeah,
and how similar it was. I mean, it was not the same, but it was similar enough to where I was like, what is going? This is a sign.
yeah,
This is God literally saying, yo, calm the fuck down, bro. Everything's gonna be good. If he could do it, and look at how many shit he waited for. Like, look, he had to sit in the sidelines,
yeah,
like in the biggest era of hip hop. What
yeah,
the fuck you think? Like he feels like, oh, somebody play with one album of your shit. Okay, okay. Like, come on, bro. Like, this is different. There's a different level of pain, and he could be so cool about it.
yeah,
He could be so cool about it, bro. Like that. That changed me that moment because I'd realize, okay, there's levels to this, and I need to humble the fuck down.
yeah,
I need to really humble the fuck down. That's when I understand that I'm still on my search for like understanding humility without having to reduce myself to anybody's expectations. There's a line there that I want to figure out. You feel me?
yeah,
I want to be humble in the face of God, but I'm not trying to limit myself so that somebody else feels comfortable either. You feel me? Like that. I feel like that's the wrong thing. So yeah, if I have to like reduce myself and reduce my aura to get into a room because somebody's gonna get mad, that's the wrong room. I don't need to be there. You know?
yeah.
You feel me? You,
Definitely.
you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely,
Yeah.
man.
So I'm trying to figure out how can I be super proud of myself without people calling me arrogant.
Yep.
Like there's a line I need to figure out, and I need to understand that line too, heavy, so I don't become arrogant in the process. You know, talking down on people. I'm not trying to talk down on nobody. So
Yep.
shit, we have it hard enough. Everybody, you feel me?
Yeah.
Empathy is a motherfucker. Empathy is something that we need to think about. I've been thinking about consciousness, like consciousness, not just in the fucking you meditation aura shit. No, okay, we can do that too. But I'm saying more like, are you conscious of the words you're saying? Are you conscious of what the fuck you're trying to do? Like, do you have your conscience clean when you go to bed? Type deal. I feel like that concept has kind of drifted away from the youth. So consciousness is something I want to figure out how to elevate without preaching too much. You know, it's a hard
Definitely.
line, man. Like right now, I was working with like there's an artist that I'm working with called Drell Reese. You know, that's his name. He's like a little Dirk fan. You know what I mean? Heavy little Dirk fan. He's only 18, so he calls himself the Vision. You know how Little Dark calls himself the voice. You know,
Yeah.
so yeah, and it's crazy because I mean, you know, he's
That's
from
cool.
the hood. Yeah, he's from the hood in Nigeria, which is, you know, crazy.
Yeah.
Uh, and he got out. You know what I mean? It's some crazy situations I can't even speak on. For him, it's life and death shit. You know, over there over nothing. You know what I'm saying? Same in Cuba.
Yeah.
Anybody pulls out a knife on you just because you got a goddamn cell phone. And
Yeah.
now you either die or kill a motherfucker. And then even if you kill the motherfucker, now his friends are on your shit, and you were just trying to have a Saturday night, my bro. You feel me? Like that happens
Yeah.
in Cuba too many times to count. So he's trying to change his ways. You know what I'm saying? He's trying to get into the music, go heavy on it. And we were just talking, and it feels good, man. He was showing me a song where he's talking about how instead of gripping for his Glock, he wants to choose life and trying to figure out the life. Like that kind of shit is the message, but how the fuck do we say it in a way that the soldiers are gonna actually listen? You
Yeah.
see, you see what I'm saying? Like you can't be like, you know, thou shalt love your brother, because they're gonna smack you across the face. If you say that in the hood, like they're gonna
Yeah.
be like,
They're
who
gonna
the
be
fuck
like,
is this? What the fuck? Bah! You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Like, get the fuck out of here with that shit. So how do you say it to where you make an actual killer reconsider and
Yeah.
maybe save a life? You feel me? Like that shit is a hard shit to do. It's what Busta Rhymes be saying, you know, about the sugar and the medicine type deal. But it's hard, bro. It's a hard thing to do because you can get too saucy with the lingo there. You know what I mean? And so
Yeah.
then that now you're making the chorus, the part where it's like shoot him in the head. Even if I apologize, shoot him in the head. And you're like, okay, what are we saying now? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
so it's a hard thing to navigate. This is something that's not new. You know what I mean? We've been trying to do this shit for a minute. Like Teo Calderon, which is he's a legendary, you know, Puerto Rican rapper. He
Yeah.
was part of the underground movement of reggaeton before it became, you know what I mean, known globally with Daddy Yankee and all that shit. You know what I mean? Before they Gasolina, which is what took it global, you know, and Nori with Boricua Morena. Before that, you know what I'm saying? He was already dropping mixtapes and shit that we were listening to. And one of his bars is that he's the conscience of the so la conciencia de los jodedores. So which means like I am the conscience of the ones that fuck around, like the ones that are on that shit. You feel me?
Yeah.
He's been trying to speak consciousness onto the youth for a while. You feel me? He's like, yeah, you know, it's clear. I'm translating loosely, you know, his lyrics. Because he said, eso de sacarla por usarla, está claro, pero la condena es larga. El que te lo dijo, tal vez nunca preso ha ido. Pa, yo sé lo que te digo. So what he's saying is more like that thing about pulling it out to use it is clear. But the thing you gotta do in the penitentiary for it, that bed is gonna be long. Whoever told you to do that shit maybe has never had to do it himself. So what the fuck are you listening to him for? You feel me? That's the kind of shit he's saying. Like, yeah, like you misguiding the youth, homie. Because if you have had to do that shit for real, you don't want to do it again.
Yeah.
Like if you had to go there for real, where like you felt like your life was in danger, you're like, God, thank you, I fucking escaped that shit. I was so dumb for being there. That's all I hear. The actual motherfuckers that have done that shit hear and say after the fact. You never feel good about doing that shit, you know? So the people glorifying it, if I feel like they haven't done it, they haven't really dealt with that shit for real.
Yeah.
So it's we need to, you know what I'm saying? We need to change that, man. Like I never fucking kill a man. I never stole. I never did none of that. But all my friends did.
Yeah.
And that's fucked up. You feel me? Like I spent 37 fucking years walking that line where I never touched that shit. And I was trying to be like, yo, let's make a song or something. So that way we wouldn't be on that bullshit, man.
Yep.
You feel me? Like maybe today we don't have to go out there. You know what I mean? Maybe today, man, let's stay in here. Let's make a trap. Let's talk about bitches. I don't know. Fuck. You know?
Yeah.
It's some dumb shit. For me, it's always been some dumb shit, bro. We keep dying over some dumb shit. Like,
Definitely.
it's crazy. Like, Cayo Hueso is one of the most renowned neighborhoods in Havana. You know, like, at least when I was there, we were known for being, like, saucy about and, like, you know, fly and shit, but also for being intense, man. Intense. Because it's very, like people from this hood, yeah, we from the fucking hood. Like, the people that stole never stole in the hood. You know, there was codes. Like, you stole outside the hood. If you saw somebody not from the hood, you would check on them to see what the fuck they're doing in there. Type deal. Almost like a fucking penitentiary. But it's a block. It's a fucking block, bro. There's no fucking bars, but you see what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
It's crazy. It's crazy, man. You know, the kind of shit. Like, I'm glad I lived, you know, a little bit above in like in a building, so you had to get up, you know, into like 6th floor to get to me. But man, the kind of shit I've seen from that window, bro, man, what the fuck? Crazy. But it's like, it's the crab in the bucket shit, you know what I mean? Like, you put people cooked up in lack of resources, he creates that, you know? He creates that volatility where everything means, like, I'm already fucking at my last limit. Anything you say, I'm ready to go, man. I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm on that I don't give a fuck at that point. If you're in that survival mode, because, like, life is shit anyways. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a saying, like, the most dangerous man is someone, like, that has nothing to lose. And they make you think you have nothing to lose. And at that point, like, you always have a lot to lose, motherfucker, because you have your potential. You can't lose your potential. Your potential is unlimited. Like, what you do from this point forward is unlimited. And you can fuck up your potential if you don't act right. Yeah, that's about it. But people don't even understand their potential. They're like, I'm a nobody anyways. When nobody is. Nobody's a nobody. Like, we already made it out of the pool of fucking sperm. And there was a lot of motherfuckers in there trying to get in. And you were the motherfucker that made it. You feel me? That's already 1 in a however fucking million, you know? So we can't be acting like we nobodies, bro. Like, that's you know, that's almost like a disrespect on life itself, you know?
Yeah.
On your existence. Like, you're disrespecting your existence. If you don't find, like, what you're really trying to do that makes you vibrate in a higher frequency that you know. When you do it, there's no fucking like, when you do the shit that you were meant to be, you tell people and they didn't ask you. You be saying that shit randomly. You're like, yo, I think I was born to do this shit.
Yeah.
It comes out of you when you touch it. You know. You will know. You gotta try different things until you know. And then you're like, bro, I was born to do this shit, man. But how can I use this to better humanity? How can I use this shit to do something? To leave the planet better, to leave the mind of people better. You know, like, yeah, that's the shit I've been on, man. Sorry for going on a rant. You feel me? I'm on my shit right now. I'm on my shit. I haven't even smoked, and I'm on my shit already. Because I feel like together we can unite. You know, I'm sorry, bro. There's that Fidel Castro coming out, bro. God damn. Yo.
Man. I understand. Crazy, it's cool. So, I've been listening to your music too. And you're talented, like, insanely.
I'm okay. Talent is a curse, bro, because it makes you lazy. I'm lazy with my shit, and that, oh my God, that really hurts. When the whip goes down for that one, because God is like, oh, motherfucker, you wasting my gift that I gave you? Oh, let me fuck with you for real. So I have to really, Like when you're good, you're like, I don't have to practice, I'm good.
Yeah.
But that's how you fuck it up. That's how you fuck it up. That's how you fuck up the whole thing. You know what I'm saying? So yes, I have talent since I'm a little kid, since I'm a little fucking kid. You know, I won my first like singing competition when I was like 4 or something. Yeah. My mom put me up there and I was singing like some of the oldies, you know, like old soul music. Stole the goddamn show. They're like, this little kid singing soul music. Oh my God, done. So yeah, and then I picked up the guitar, the classical guitar for a minute. And then one of my uncles from the countryside, because my dad is like from the countryside in Cuba. So he came to the capital to visit, which is where we lived. And he brought himself his Cuban tres. And I was like, yo, this is different. Because it's a whole different thing. It's like 3 pairs of strings, you know, almost like a 12-string guitar, but just the first 3. And it's normally used in song and guaracha, which is the precursor to salsa. You feel me? So salsa comes from song. And the song, instead of having a piano, has a tres doing the tumbao. You know, the eso. That thing is what I do with the tres. You feel me?
Yeah.
And it's normally like you got an upright bass, you got a bongos and maracas. The guy that's singing has a maraca, maybe a trompeta. You know what I mean? That classic quartet of traditional Cuban music. That's what I did for a while. And I remember my choice was like, man, because the Cuban tres is almost like instrument that is not sought after because it's looked at like country. You know what I mean? Like, man, I want to do rock and roll. I don't want to do country. You feel me? I don't want to play the banjo. That's some country shit. That's how it's looked at. You feel me now? Within the youth, I guess. But I made the decision because I was like, man, if I don't pick it up, then it's gonna get lost. Like, we're gonna lose it. We're gonna lose the tradition of this goddamn thing that we made. You know what I'm saying? Like, I remember even like when I was a kid having that thought. Like for me, it was like, well, I'm gonna have to fucking do this shit, I guess. God damn it. I'm gonna have to do it, you know, so it doesn't get lost. But then it became like a novelty in my shows. Like, oh my God, look at this young kid playing the tres. Oh my God, this is weird. You see what I'm saying? Like it was like old people playing in a band and then a young kid with spiky hair and shit, you know, when I had hair. Yep. Playing the Cuban tres, and it would be like an anomaly. You feel me? It would be an anomaly. Yeah. So that helped. You know, showmanship is different than just making music. You feel me? Like, I feel like that's something that I see that some people have and some people don't have, and they just have the nurturing of the music, or maybe they're like virtuosos. They can play fucking precise or fast, you know? But you tell them improvise and they can't. You feel me now? Like there's a level of some other shit that I really identify with. And I remember showmanship was over there because you have to entertain the tourists. Yeah. So you got to make a little show to earn your goddamn. That's like playing on the restaurants and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like the tourist places. That's what I was doing to earn a living back then, you know? With my little guitar, going over there and like long ass rehearsals after class. Taking a bus with a guitar in the roof so it wouldn't get crushed. It's crazy, bro. No, like third world country shit. Third world country shit is different, bro. I miss it, bro. I miss it. Because it was a simpler life. You know what I mean? Like over here with the bills and shit, it's a whole different mode. Like over there, you know. Yeah. There's nothing, but you don't have to worry about the constant bills, you know, either. Yeah. So you get time to like be creative and, you know, not do nothing with your time, but you know. You have a ceiling that is way lower. Like you can only do so much. And if you figure out a way to break through, the government comes and like, hey, how do you get all that money? Real quick. They come to you real quick. Like, hey, so how do you get all that money? You're not supposed to have all this money. We're all equal. Remember? Give me that. Yeah. Man, it's fucked up. Man, it's crazy, bro. Oh, man. I'm glad I escaped. You know, it fucks me up. It fucks me up that like when I first came over, the first thought I had was like, oh man, my whole life has been a lie. I need to go back and tell him. You feel me? Like I need to spread the word. They fucked us up. Oh my God, they fucked us up. How do I tell them? But then I've been 20 years here and it's easier said than done, man. Like you get caught up in the American life, you know, trying to become like an American citizen and be productive in this society takes away from you really doing that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a hard thing that I know every Cuban exile feels, you know, because I know we feel fake anytime we say like, yo, viva Cuba libre, but like, what the fuck have we done about it, bro? Besides talking about it, what are we doing? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm trying with my music. I've been trying to do a collaboration with two rappers that are Cuban, but they're from the Cuban underground. You know what I mean? Like, they're like different, bro. They are kind of like the rocks where the Cuban underground hip hop was built upon. If I, you know, there's other people that did this shit before them. They took it to a different level, you know, where they would be singing and the government would come in, turn off the audio, get them in jail. Like, they were protesting the government on the raps, like shit that you couldn't say. They would just make a fucking chorus about it. Like, fuck Fidel, yeah, and they would just fucking do that shit. Like, they had biggest balls I've ever seen in my life. And they're both over here now. You know, they had to leave because that shit got intense, bro. They put that pressure on you. You know what I mean? And it's different. Like, they got the same intelligence as the KBG. They got trained by the KBG. So imagine any stories you hear about the KBG, they still do that shit in Cuba, bro. It's fucking crazy. So they made their lives hell, you know, and they knew that next was like they get mysteriously accidented away, you know, and they were not trying to do that. So they left escaping, you feel me? Because they felt that pressure. They knew some shit was coming. But I've been trying to see if I can collaborate with them. I send them a track that I have. It's called Aldeanos, which is what in our liberty, you know, war between Spain, we didn't have weapons and shit. You know, we didn't have muskets. We were free slaves with some of the slave owners, you know what I mean, that said, yo, if you guys want to fight with me, I'm about to go fight for my country because these motherfuckers. That's kind of how they sold us the idea over there in communism. So it might be a little propaganda that I'm spewing here. You got to fact check this shit too. Yeah, no, I got to tell you, they did a number on us on what they taught us in school. Holy shit, I had to relearn shit. Oh my God. But, you know, as far as I know, they this is something you can Google in Wikipedia and shit and still corroborates it. Back then, we didn't have that many muskets and shit. So we had to win with machetes and just charge and get to the weapons and fuck them up with machetes. You feel me? And it is what it is. Yeah. So when they would go off on that, they had a tune that they would sing, you know, and it's called Alegüello, which means like to behead people. It's the beheading chant. You feel me? Like, and you just scream a machete and go and let's go. You feel me? So I put they did a manifestation a couple years ago where everybody actually took to the streets, which is unheard of. You know, it's so oppressive that is unheard of. And everybody was singing like freedom, freedom, like libertad, libertad. And I took that and I used it as a sample on that track. And I put the same horn on it. And I'm like, yo, if I get LB and Ado, you know, from the Aldeanos, these two guys on it to make a call to the people, we can maybe do something. This could turn the tides over. Like, they have that much pull, you know? And they know who I am. They fuck with my shit, but they didn't want to, you know what I mean? They didn't engage back. So I'm guessing they made the judgment. And they have been not in talking terms for a while, you know? Yeah. So something happened personally between them. So it would be me uniting them and also uniting them for our culture. That's the thing I'm trying to do. Because if they do that, if they unite for our culture, they say, yo, Cuban people, unite. And it's not about, you know what I mean? Because my argument is the people in the government are Cuban people too, man. We can't just kill everybody just to get over this shit. Like, we got to get to an agreement where the actual soldiers are like, fuck this. And they stand by the people. That's how we do this shit for real. You feel me? That's how we do this shit. So, and he got to that point where, like, when the riots were happening, some of the cops were sent to fuck people up, and they said, no, man, I'm not gonna fucking do this shit. I'm not doing this shit. Like, this is my town as well. This is my aunt. This is my, like, this is, yeah. Like, we forget, like, we like to think about like that, you know, like, fuck the government. Remember, the government is people too. It's the same as us. You feel me? Like, that whole thing of burning it down and building new, that shit has never worked. We got to figure it out. There has to be a better way, you know? So Yeah, as you can see, I'm trying to solve the world, bro. I don't know how, but I'm trying. I'm trying, bro. I've been trying. At least music might help. Yo, it might put him on the right frequency, man. Music is magical, you know.
Like your
I feel like it helps.
tribe.
Like,
I love that.
Yeah, it has done that. It has done that. It has pulled the right people around me. It has given me signs, you know. Like, bro, music is so powerful. That's why I don't like to take it lightly either. Like, I don't sell beats. I never set up a beat store or anything like that. Like, I sold a handful of beats back in the day in 2005, you know, when I was doing this shit at the beginning, maybe 2007, before my son was born. And I would like pull up to your house with a backpack and a piano and my thingy. I will make you a beat right there and leave with $175. Done. 175, because I knew people were charging 200, so 175, bro. Let's go. You can smoke some weed and whatever and give me the 175 and I'm out of here. But then I did it a couple times and I made fucking amazing beats that I fucking love to this day. And the group didn't do shit with it. So I wasted my time. I wasted, you know what I mean, magic on people that didn't take that shit serious. And I feel like it starts with that. Like, buying a beat makes it something that I can just buy a beat. And that has devaluated all of our like value as producers, you know, just making 2,000 beats a day, put it on a fucking beat store for, you know, you get 3 beats for $5. That shit is, what the fuck are you guys doing? You know what I'm saying? Like, Jesus, it doesn't help. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not trying to knock the hustle, but it doesn't help the people who are actually putting their soul in this shit, you know, and it means something to them. Because then now they have to sell their shit at $4.45 to fucking compete with y'all. And this shit is a $4 million beat, bro. If you know what to do with it, if you fucking take it serious, you feel me? Like, if you actually come and do what you fucking were meant to do, which is put some shit in there that makes people completely stop in their tracks and rethink their whole fucking existence, bro. Like MC Wicks did with your intro. You have no idea how many times I listened to that shit, bro. Oh my God. I be banging that shit out, like, and blasting it out on my speakers, and I'm like, yeah. Yo, he fucking did that shit, and he didn't have to. He could have said, like, you know, whatever. You feel me? Yeah. That means something, bro. Like, that to me means something. It means more than anything. It means more than a goddamn Grammy. You feel me? To make a moment timeless, like, that shit means something, bro. And I feel like not enough people are talking about this. They're talking about what bag they got, who they got it from. Jesus Christ. Man, fuck. That shit is annoying, bro. Like, I felt compelled to. I'm usually the guy that you never see. You only hear my music. I don't even fucking dance, bro. And I felt compelled to step into this shit and put some of the dialogue forward because, wow. I mean, I guess it's time. Sometimes, you know, you gotta fucking do that shit too. You got to sit in the sidelines and complain if you're not actually putting in the game, you know? But yo, I'm usually not into the conversation. You feel me? I'm into like locking myself out, being in my own little world. Oh, fucking, the world is at war. Oh, for real? I was making some music. That's my life, for real. I don't give a fuck about nothing. But I felt compelled because I'm like, these people are really misguiding everybody. Poisoning the well, not giving a fuck about the next generation. Like, that shit, it never stops with you. It's always the next generation, bro. Like, come on. And I feel like some of these people are fathers. They should understand what I'm saying. You know? Like, at some point, you got to stop poisoning the well. If you know better, you got to do better, man. I was a dumbass before. Everybody gets to be a dumbass. That's how you learn, you know? But once you do something and you're like, nah, man, that was fucked up. If you don't own up to it, if you don't change from it, what the fuck are you doing with your existence, bro? Like, really? This is what we're doing here? This is what we came to do? Just to play with it at times? You know, like, come on. There's better things to do, man. We got kids to save. And that's not hyperbole. Like, we got kids' life to save. Like, if you say the right thing, man, a motherfucker might choose life instead of fucking choosing death, man. And that's an easy decision when you fucked up. When you see in red, that's an easy decision. And 1,000 times the right lyrics have come through. And that shit has saved my goddamn life from crashing out, bro. Like they're speaking to me. Like they made that shit. They say like, I know I can't call you handsome, but let me fucking put this shit in the song for you. You feel me? Like that's some divine intervention shit, you know?
Yeah.
So I pay attention to that, and I take that serious, man. That's why I'm glad we can do this today. I'm glad it got delayed because the couple days before I wasn't in the right mindset.
Yeah.
And today I feel like I'm so fucking aligned. It's crazy. I got the sun shining on my head. It's crazy, bro.
Yeah,
It feels
right.
good. Anyways, yeah,
I'm
say
glad
some shit, man. Say something. I feel like I'm taking out the whole interview talking too much. Oh my
man,
god.
it's about
Who's
you.
this
It's
Batista
good.
guy?
It's Batista on the beat. Man, I've been
On
listening to
God,
your
man, on God.
lo-fi. Man, it's fucking
Yeah,
awesome. I love
yeah,
Tribe. I
man.
don't know why I really love that track on there.
Dude, that's one of my favorite tracks. It's
Yeah.
like it becomes what I picture for the movie on it is because there's a whole movie that I'm building behind this album.
Yeah.
And then Tribe is after we crash into this planet, you know. I picked up a transmission from Mr. Trap. He's like floating in space in one of the tracks, and I'm like, yo, what the fuck is going on? He's sending out like a beacon, like, yo, I've been here for a few days. I'm fucked up. I don't know what's going on. You know, I don't got oxygen. And I'm like, yo, I hear your shit. I picked him up, and then the people that blow up his ship are after us. And then we're escaping. That's why the name of the album is The Escape. That's why it feels so intense. They escape because it's being chased. We're being fucking chased by a spaceship. So it felt like that, you know. And then we crashed into it. We go through Traveler, which is like traveling the whole kind of desert of this strange planet. And then we kind of faint. And when we wake up, we're in this tribe, and they're doing like a circle dance around the fire, and that's kind of the vibe. You feel me? That's the idea that I'm thinking, like a circle fire, you know, like dance of a tribe. You know what I mean? You wake up, you're like, what the fuck am I? And you get to see the chief. They pass you the peace pipe. Next thing you know, you're good, and we're back at home. You know what I mean? That's the idea. Yeah, man. I love that track. I love that track so much. I that's one of the ones that I want to play like at a festival or something because I feel like it sounds massive.
Yeah.
You know. So through like big
So
speakers,
good.
it might be crazy, bro. Oh, I can't wait. That's another thing. I can't wait to perform. It's been, I mean, a decade, you know, since I perform and everything. Because I used to perform in like the clubs and shit in Ybor. And that's different, bro. Like when you can actually rock a crowd and like people fuck with your shit, and you get like an ovation after you do something. There's no bigger feeling. Fuck weed, fuck sex, anything else doesn't even get close, bro.
Yeah.
Like a standing ovation because you killed that shit. Oh my god. Oh my god. I mean, the last time I was in Cuba when I was doing that shit, bro. Oh my god, bro, that was different. I miss that a lot. So what I've been doing is trying to get back on my like, you know, performance, like musicianship thing. Like I done the politics now. Fuck the politics. You know, I still gotta do the producer thing. That's still in me. It's more like a director, you know, the way I see producing.
Yeah.
Like directing a track or directing the vibe. You know, I'm not that kind of director where like it's I'm more like a Quentin Tarantino. You feel me? In the way that I do my tracks, I'm more like a Quentin Tarantino. I'm not that technical with it. I'm very rough with this shit, but there's an intention behind it. I'm giving you a feel. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing this shit on purpose. You know, like if I'm giving you 2,500 videos with a red hue, there's a reason for it, you know? Like I'm doing this shit for a reason. I'm setting up a palette so you never forget, you know? Like it's things like that that I go after. And it's like, yeah, nobody's doing this shit. It makes no sense. Let's do it. That's kind of, it's more like a gut feeling for me. Like this feels right. Like the music's coming through. And next thing you know, I'm off to the races, building some shit that makes no sense. And then, bro, I've listened to beats that I made 7 years later, and then I find the track for it. You know what I mean? Like, and back then it was like, what the fuck did I even make this beat for? What the fuck I was doing? 7 years later, it's like, oh, it was this. It was this. And it's crazy. Like that kind of shit is crazy, bro. Like that field track, I made that beat not thinking about that track at all. And it marries in a way that it's fucking disgusting. It's like it was made for it.
Man, it was
you feel me? Like
beautiful.
what the fuck? Like anytime that happens and it just goes perfectly, I don't even have to rearrange the beat, and the stops and shit go with the cadence, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on? So that's when I believe in the muses and shit and us channeling, because like there's no way that I planned that. There's no way. I couldn't have. You feel me? Like I couldn't have planned shit like that. So when you're tuned into the right frequency, I feel like the right shit comes through. It's almost like we're an antenna. You feel me? And then the muses are like, oh, that motherfucker can deliver the message I need. Let me go through him. He's the one that's gonna deliver the shit how I need it to be delivered. You feel me? Like sometimes it has to come through. That's why if you don't take action on some idea, somebody else might do it. I feel like Rick Rubin said that. And I feel like it's that, like the muses are like, this idea needs to come out now. Who's gonna do it? And then if you're the right motherfucker and you're in the right, you know what I mean, like to accept it, then they come through and they're like, yeah, of course. And that's the tracks I made in 5 minutes. And I'm like, how the fuck did I make this? Yeah. You feel me? Like if you asked me to make that, I couldn't make that, but I made it. Yeah. How do you explain that shit? You feel me? Like if I tried to make it, I'll fuck it up. It would sound like, it would sound fucked up. You know what I mean? Yeah. And then when I don't even think about it, I just flow. Bro, what comes out, it surprises me sometimes. I'm like, I made that shit? I made that shit? That's crazy. That's crazy. Yeah, it's one of those, you know? That's humbling. That's humbling to me. Yeah. And I've heard, like, I was hearing Absol say it the same way. Like, he was live earlier, and I was in his live, and he was talking about something similar. So I feel like this is not something that I feel by myself. I feel like this is something normal, you know? Yeah. Yeah. Definitely. I feel like everybody that does this shit at a high level goes through that, you know?
Yep. Yeah, definitely. I feel that track is wow. Yeah. You hit a home run with that, man. That was cool. And just married up perfect with Kendrick.
It did, because it has that syncopated thing, and the way he's coming in with the flow, it's all syncopated, and it was like, oh my god, how did I not think about this before? Yeah. I named the field. How could I not even put 2 and 2 together? That's how dumb I am sometimes. I be smart, but dumb as fuck. You feel me? Like, oh my god. And then it hits me after a while, you know, like I'm like, oh, okay. Yeah, I could have done that.
Man, it's crazy. Perfect.
But and I don't know if you heard the last track I dropped from Pac. That was crazy too. That came out last night. And I'm hearing the lyrics, and it's 1,000% how I was feeling. You feel me? When I was going through my shit, being paranoid, thinking this motherfuckers are gonna put a hit on me because I'm saying the wrong things, and I'm talking on my neck. And also he goes into the whole reincarnated as a motherfucking man, literally saying the whole Kendrick thing, man. It's like if Kendrick had listened to that track and be like, bet, let me make a whole album real quick. Yeah. You feel me? So it felt like, oh shit, let me close the year with this. This feels like the cherry on top. We can do this. This is good. Yeah, that one came through yesterday. So it was crazy.
I have to check that out, man.
I just finished it and posted up. So that's more me, like, yeah, it's taking the rust, off. Yeah. Like, but I'm trying to be more intentional with it now. And my next album is sampling. I'm trying to get into sampling. Yeah. Like proper samples, working a sample and a hip hop beat. So I'm doing my push-ups on that because I've never done that. Since I'm an instrumentalist, I kind of always talk shit about motherfuckers that use loops. I'm like, we're using a loop. We can just play the guitar. But it's fucked up, Yeah. But now I'm understanding. Like I had to hit Jay Dilla for me to appreciate it. I had to appreciate it through Jay Dilla. You know what I mean? There's some things that you do with sampling that you couldn't perform. And that's the magic there. Like the micro shopping of things, like the sauce, like making it almost not work, but then it works. That shit there's a lot more in there. You know what I mean? So I want to explore that.
Yeah,
we're back, yo.
We're back.
Let's go. Sorry about that, y'all. We got some technical issues in the middle of that. But yeah, we were just talking about, how I need to get back in my space, man. I want to get, another studio. I might even, because I'm trying to get land. That's my next goal. You know what I'm saying? I feel like if I get a plot of land, I can really develop it and then create different buildings where I can have like a warehouse that is a studio area, you know, with multiple studios where I can have different producers have their kind of home base there, and we cook and shit. A common area where we can hang out, and also another side where we can have like massive LED walls and shit, and then do some virtual production to make the movies. You feel me? Like a whole warehouse that I can set up that shit. But first, I gotta get a plot of land. First, I gotta like get an actual apartment, bro. Get out of my parents' couch. Like that's where I'm at right now. Like I took a hit, in my life. You know what I'm saying? Like last year, 2023, I lost it all. I almost lost my life. Because everything unrolled very, very quickly. After I went kind of crazy online, it was me almost having a premonition that everything was about to hit. You know? Because it was months before I was talking about shit that happened to me later. You know what I'm saying? Like I was on some like blending time. You feel me? I was so fucked up that I was like seeing the future now.
Yep.
And freaking out about it. And people were like, you're losing your mind. Yes, I am losing my mind because I'm seeing my future. And it's fucked up. And y'all not listening to me. You know what I'm saying? And that became a fucking problem where I just fucking lost it, bro. And my girl left me. You know what I'm saying? Like the woman I was with, I was trying to get married. I was trying to have kids. I was trying to like do the whole thing. You feel me? But it got too dark, bro. Like it got too dark, you know? Like, and this might be something that might help someone. You know what I'm saying? Because I made a choice that I feel like is the wrong choice. And we sometimes say shit like that because we be hearing, you know, I'm gonna like Gary Vee or some motherfucker put the wrong battery in our back and we might make the wrong decision. You feel me? So I feel like the decision was made to be like, fuck it, even if I die trying, I'm gonna figure this shit out. There's better ways to go at this. That's why we have smarts. You feel me? We don't have to become a sacrifice to do this shit. You feel me? Like you can do this shit different. So yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, you play the martyr, you're gonna become one. You feel me? Like that's the path you want to choose. So it's one of those. You feel me? Like I was going martyr. I was like self-imploding, like Jesus in the cross. I don't give a fuck. You feel me? I'm going there. But I ended up looking like Jesus in the cross. Like it was bad, bro. Like he got dangerous. You feel me? He got dangerous. And then when you're like underweight, when you haven't slept in 3 days, when your girl is like, yo, I can't deal with this shit. We're not at war. And I'm like, yes, we are. You feel me? Like it's bad. You know, it's fucked up, bro. Like I laugh about it now, but that shit was fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I feel like a lot of us, the hunger to make it is so big that sometimes we don't understand the value of patience. And I'm a motherfucker that anytime somebody would say that shit to me, I would be like, fuck you and fuck everything you believe in and your patience. You can stick it up your ass. I'm going to get it mine. I'm going to get it now because it's mine time now. Fuck that shit. You don't hear what Kanye said? You know? No, but it's like, yo, I'm serious, bro. Like, and I feel like we got a lot of people out here crashing out. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was one of them. I'm glad I didn't die. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, same week my girl left me, I was like, fuck it. Henny bottle. But I'm like, no, that doesn't make sense. Because you're 70 pounds leaner and you haven't even drank in a year. So, of course, I crashed my car and I fucked myself up. You feel me? In the process. Like, that's what happens. That's how you fucking do that shit. Like, dumbass decisions. So it's good. I'm glad it was by my own hand. You feel me? Because that can only put the blame on me. And I didn't hurt nobody. I walked out. The car looked like a fucking crushed can. And I walked out. No injuries. You know what I'm saying? So it was a good wake-up call for me to put on the brakes. Figure out life. Be like, okay, maybe I need to go at this a different way. If I do want to be here for my son when he's old, how can I do this and not give up the music? You can't give up and that's the problem. Like it was making it. If you believe these motherfuckers, they make you feel like it's either the music or this, and they put it on an either or, and it's never like that. You don't have to accept the choices that somebody else gives you, motherfucker. That's somebody else's plan for you. Make your own plan. That's it. It's simple shit. You feel me? Like, you really gonna think that they're giving you all the choices? You think they thought hard enough about your goddamn life? It's simple. You feel me? And that goes for like everything. From Fidel Castro to a motherfucker trying to sell you a dream in Hollywood. It's all the same bullshit. You feel me? So you can get bamboozled 1,000 different ways. So that was a good learning experience for me. Because you really let me put that line in the sand. You feel me? Where I'm like, nah, I'm good. I know where I came here to do. That's why I'm going back to the basics. Music first. Let me breathe my guitar. Let me get in this shit that I really fucking enjoy, and I forget about all this dumb shit that people waste their time on. I couldn't even tell you what's viral, motherfucker, because I'm making music. You see what I'm saying? That kind of shit. I love that. You know what I'm saying? Like being on that shit for real. And then when I feel like coming out for air, coming out with my dick in the air, and whoever has a problem with it, you know, man, look somewhere else. There's 7 billion motherfucking people. 8. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real. You're gonna stress about what I'm doing? Well, you got a whole existence to, you know, come on, bro. Come on, y'all. I'm just trying to be me. Go figure out who the fuck y'all are. Like, don't tell me, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's something else. Like, it fucking gets me on one. When somebody's trying to, like, well, but he should say it this way. Well, you should say it. You know what I'm saying? And then I'll criticize your shit, motherfucker. Step on the podium, say some shit, and then we're gonna criticize yours. You feel me? It's simple. Like, everybody has an opinion. You feel me? So it's that simple. Yeah, if you want to close it, you know what I'm saying? I know it's late, man. I appreciate you doing this shit. I know this might not. I never like, I don't have I never done an interview, so I don't have this idea of what to talk about or what to push or something. I don't have a project to push besides Lofi Escape. You guys should enjoy Lofi Escape for sure. The movie is getting worked on. You know, I feel like it's been a God kind of working through the world, because I didn't have the resources to be able to pull off the movie that I had in my head, but now AI just gave me the tools. So God said, like, hold on, man, I got you. I can meet you where you're at. You're a programmer, right? You're a technologist. I got you. Let me do some AI shit, and then you can do it. You can carry your vision out. And I was like, man. So it's kind of crazy, because like every week they release a new one that makes everything I was using. You know, Miami goes crazy. Miami say hi. Anyways, yeah, man. I feel like I forgot to talk about some things. You know what I mean? We didn't even talk about King House. You know what I'm saying? King House is
King
literally
House Productions.
It's literally the production house, you know, and it's kind of crazy because King House doesn't even exist right now as a company. We had to close it down, and you know what I'm saying? Like, so I feel like sometimes when you try to make a hip hop movement a corporation, it taints the shit. It taints it. You know what I'm saying? It becomes about some other shit. So we had to let the corporation die. So now we're dealing with that, you know, internally. But King House, it never dies. You feel me? That shit is tattooed on me for life. I tattooed this in the same place where Tupac got Thug Life. Same place. With the Chicanos, you know what I'm saying? In Texas. Shout out, man.
That's cool.
The Godfather of tattoos. Yeah, man. No, that place is crazy. I knew I was close by one day, and I was like, no, I have to get a tattoo. Yep. And that's when I got my King House logo on. But yeah, King House is more like is the collective, the hip hop collective that we had in our hood that I was a DJ of, and then there was 4 other rappers, Josuani, Luis Enrique, Michel, and Cruzada, we would call him, but his name is Javier. And it was just, we were called the novices, the novatos del barrio, so novices of the hood. It was our name. And we were the only ones that would go to like the open mics with matching shirt and shit. You know what I mean? We would figure out an outfit. Third world country shit. Like, this is very much poverty. So like, how the fuck do we match red shirts? Do we have red shirts? Does anybody have a red shirt? We had to figure out what we have, all of us, so we could match an outfit. You feel me? Like, and then we got to that point where people would come see us rehearse from the hood. Like, we were building up that momentum, you know? And we were all in high school. This is like 14, 15. You feel me? So daytime, I'm playing for the tourists, old traditional music. At nighttime, I'm going to the hood, you know, and then I'm making beats until 3 a.m. on some crazy shit, which is making music. And it was good because like we didn't have to be out in the street. We could just make fucking music. You feel me? So that saved my life for real. Yeah, man. Yeah, it's one of those. You know what I'm saying? So like, it's hip hop is different because you know, even in Cuba when we started, it was like looked at as like very not okay to do. Like, you know what I mean? Like the government wasn't with hip hop or reggaeton. They called it like a vulgar music. You feel me?
Yeah. Man.
It's like trying to do the movement in North Korea. Like that shit is different, bro. You feel me? Like it's not okay. This is communism. It's what we tell you to listen. Like you can't be saying how you feel. What the fuck you think this is? You know?
Yeah.
Like so we had to do like, you know, like the abandoned building like joints. You feel me? You find an abandoned building, maybe Thursday before the cops show up, we're gonna have a party. Let's figure out how long we can keep it going. That's it. Simple. You know what I'm saying? That's all we got. And then when the cops, you know, when we think that they're gonna show up, well, let's get the fuck out. And that's it. That's what we, you know, it was fun, bro. And we got to open to a big hip hop thing. It was called now it's called Los Cuadros, but it was called Edica back then. And they were like, bro, it was the shit. Like it was reggaeton mixed with hip hop and shit. You know what I mean? But they were representing heavy on that shit that everybody loved. And we got to open for them as a, you know, amateur band and shit. It was cool, man. Yeah. Nice. I remember that. That was the first time I heard my beats on like a big like theater shit. You know what I'm saying? And oh my God, bro. Oh my God. Because I had like dumbass speakers, you know, but like when they played that shit on those big speakers, bro. Yo. Nah, it was different. It was during the sound test, bro. And I was like, oh shit. Because there was frequencies I didn't even know. And there was some heavy bass in there that I couldn't even hear at home. And that shit hit different in the club. It was like, oh my God. I made that. Yo, I made that. Yo, I made that shit. It was fun, bro. Like, that shit still gets me, man. Like, where, like, people like something you made. Like, it's weird.
Yo.
You know? Because it's like, I make it because I like it. I make it because I vibe to it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to think about, like, who's going to like it or not. Because then I don't make shit. I'll make some, I don't even know what I will make, you know? But if I'm in the vibe and boom, 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 and I feel it, and then I find somebody else liking it, I'm like, yeah, right? Like, it's cool. Like, that's why I had to make it. I couldn't hear that shit nowhere. It was fun, bro. It's fun. I don't know. I love that shit. Music is different, you know?
Yeah.
Music is like, it's magic, bro. It's magic. I swear to God. But, yo, let's, I don't know. Maybe we can do, I need to get some work done. I want to get some work done. I want to get situated. And then let's do another interview from the new base. You feel me? Like, I feel like that might be a good way to catch up. So that way we can have it open. And I can maybe think about what the fuck to say a little bit more, you know, and have a better message prepared for the people.
It's cool, man. I'll see King House one day. I'll have a plot of land and a warehouse. That'd be awesome. Put that into existence.
That shit's happening, yeah. And King House is gonna be there forever. You know what I'm saying? Like, for us, it's what it would represent. Like, it's more like a Wu-Tang. You feel me? Where like each one of the members still has their solo career. They can stand businesses on their own, but they're forever gonna be part of Wu-Tang. I'm forever gonna be part of King House. You feel me? It's part of it's the place where I forge my shit, where I forge my skills. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like the basement for Outcast. You feel me? Like that kind of shit. Like the dungeon. It's that kind of shit. Like if you forge shit together with other people in a place, like you always have that shit, that camaraderie. It's like people that serve in the army, you know. It's the same shit, you know. You get it? You know, I feel like you understand, man. Because we're talking because of it. Because you see this shit. Like, I have to give you props, bro. I have to give you props for taking the time to piece the shit together, because I can't even, I mean, I could take an hour to explain like how much of a difference you're making. But I feel like you need to hear it. You need to understand it. Like, you're making a difference in the way that you are presenting what is needed at the right time. You know, like, it's crazy. Like, you have taken the time. I don't think you understand, but you're doing the God's work. Like you're doing God's work. Because it's like the timing of it is what you have done, which is different. And I know you're not a fucking mastermind either, and you don't have a budget to like, you know, schedule people. It happens also organically on your side. So it's something that is happening. You feel me? So it has to be acknowledged. I appreciate you, you know, for taking the time and respecting the truth, I guess. Is the best way I can describe it. The truth.
Thank you,
just
man.
searching for it and honoring it. That shit means a lot.
Yeah.
For real.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man. That's awesome. It's good to hear.
Yeah, man. It's not for nothing. If you ever doubt yourself, it wasn't for nothing, motherfucker. This is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm glad.
Anyways,
glad we met. Yeah, bro.
Shit. Same way, man. Same. I mean, shit. You're doing the introduction to the world of Batista. This is crazy. We're making history, and we don't even understand. You feel me?
What advice would you give to someone who wants to start producing music?
Man, production is something you really have to do it. Like, it's hard to. So the way I describe it is, we're like directors of the track, you know, and you can be a director just by pointing your finger and telling everybody what to do. That's a way of directing a movie. You know what I'm saying? And then there's directors that grab the camera and they shoot the shots themselves and they edit the movie themselves. There's levels, right? And that still creates different movies. And it some people like different movies. You feel me? You can't even put one genre over the other or whatever. And then there's still best directors on each genre. And then within the genre, like there's a way to do the thing. You know, that each director kind of comes in and it's like, yo, those movies always have this thing. You feel me? That's kind of how you can think about producing in the music sense. You know, at least that's how I think about it. It's more about, for me, is cultivating a vibe. Trying to allow the artist to feel how they want to feel first. I mean, if they going for something, you know, if they're going after a concept, how can you help the artist getting that into that mindset? So it's a lot of like psychology too behind the scenes shit that is before we even hit record. We're talking for an hour with an artist, maybe having a smoke session to get in the right mindset. To when you say those fucking lyrics, I want to believe that shit. Do you even understand what you're saying? You know, like the concept that we're trying to carry. Like, are you just saying words? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the kind of approach I take into it. Like, and there's something sacred to it too. So I feel like not everybody's a purist like me. There's some motherfuckers that can do this shit almost like a sport, you know? So I don't want to knock from people that might feel like, yo, but I don't want to be that kind of producer, bro. I don't want to be a Rick Rubin, Batista. What the fuck is your problem? You know? I'm trying to do this other shit. And it's like, that's fine. That might be the kind of movies you want to make, you know? But I can only give you advice if you're trying to go after the path I've gone after. Which is for me, it's more about finding the fundamental of what makes a rhythm really shine and pushing that forward. It's not about like, because you can have a proper way to play the drums or whatever, but there's shit that you can take away and it still hits the track the way it needs to hit. And now you have more space to push. So that kind of shit is something that Rick Rubin coined as reduction. That's why he called himself you know, a reductionist instead of a producer, like a reducer. That's what he called himself. So I feel like that's a good concept because it really allows you in this day and age to push your volume and really make your shit, like, make it more intentional. Like, what are you really trying to say? Like, everybody has already made a cool track. Everybody has already made a cool solo. There's already 1,000 ways that you could do this. Can you do it in a different way? You know, can you say something new? Can you find a new way to make a hi-hat sound that for some reason hits, bro? And we're like, what the fuck do you do? That would be cool. You feel me? Like, let's push it. So that way we can feel like there's something happening with the music and it's exciting. You know, it's not just the same shit. That's what I would say. Like, if you're trying to do the same shit, man, god damn, we got enough people already. And it's gonna be hard. A lot of people gonna tell you like you suck. Even people that think that you're good are gonna tell you that. just because you make them feel weird on your shit. You're like, they want to knock you down a couple notches. For some reason, you trigger their ego and they hit you with that shit. But the eyes don't lie, motherfucker. It's on the eyes, Chico. The eyes. Fuck what they're saying. You look at their eyes. And if their eyes are saying, like, why couldn't I have made that? That's how they feel. They just couldn't say it. You feel me? Don't worry about it. Keep going, OG. You got this shit. Yeah, you can do it. Yeah, anybody can do this shit. If you really fucking put your work in and 10,000 hours or whatever instrument you want to carry, put the work in, do fucking scales until you feel like you can do the shit with your eyes closed. And you get to a moment, if you're really going to get to an instrument, it gets to a moment where you think the melody and you can play it. You don't have to think about how to play it because you can express yourself through it. That's when you are fluent in that instrument. So do your push-ups until you find yourself doing that, like thinking ta-da-dee-dee, and you just pick up whatever instrument and you do ta-da-dee-dee exactly without thinking like that. Where is that? No. You already know this shit. You've done it. You don't know the drills until you fucking know that, like you know how to speak, you know? So that's what I do with my guitar. But I feel like I'm rusty, bro. I'm like at 2% of where I used to be 10 years ago. So it's disgusting to see old videos and I'm going crazy, shredding. And right now I'm like, beam, boom, and the basics, because I got to go through the basics, you know?
Yeah.
But it's one of those. It's fun. I love this shit. So there's nothing else. You feel me? I'd rather be doing. I just got to figure out how to pay my bills. You put my bills and auto pay, how I do it, while I do this. And no other work. That's the goal here. Yeah. Not a mansion, nothing like that, nothing crazy. Yeah. Basic ass life, bills and auto paid, and you're just making music. Oh my God. It's done. You made it if you do that.
Yeah.
If you do that without scamming people, you made it, y'all. If you're just selling your art and paying your bills, you already made it. Fuck a Grammy. Fuck a Grammy, because with the Grammy, you're just gonna give up a lot more, and it's a lot more liabilities you're taking under. You think big money is not big problems, bro? You have had no money. Then that's how motherfucker would speak. You feel me? You have not had to deal with big problems, you know. So yeah, it's better aim for sustainability through your music, which is something, you know. I want to take a moment to shout out Russell and Tieta from, you know what I'm saying, from the West Coast. They have fucking stamped that shit. The whole like putting your music down and figuring it out and like making it self-sustainable. You feel me? I remember when I was going crazy, I went crazy on Russell too. I was like, man, you got some money, you acting weird now. No, but it was like I was getting crazy, you know? I was going crazy. Yo, I was going crazy. Yo, give me some grace. Anyway, but I gotta give him props right now, because bro, now motherfuckers are trying to do it now that it works, but they stamped on that shit, you know, and made it work. The whole like backyard movement, or like, you know, selling the tickets at whatever price and you pay your own price. Like that shit is different, bro. Yeah. That shit makes real fans, like actual fans. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. So, anyways, it just came to mind. I've been thinking about, and I want to close this with a thought that I've been having, which is, as independents, you know, who don't want to rely on a big budget, what are things that we can do to actually figure this shit out? We need to either talk about shit that is actionable that we can do as independents, like actually give game to each other or set up like open source platforms and shit like that. We can fucking do this shit for real. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's nothing that's stopping us right now from doing an open source / nonprofit streaming site and kill these motherfuckers. Simple, but I don't like to be speaking like that, right? So let's figure out a way that we can fucking fill the gap for independence, so that way we can just have the people that prefer to be on majors and people that don't, and we both thrive. That's about it. With that, I am Batista from King House Productions, motherfuckers. Anyways, thank you, bro. Thank you so much, man. Thank you. You know, I get on my shit. I had to do it. At the end. But anyways, yeah, no, I feel like we're wasting time trying to figure out who is going to be the best buyer, and we can be the actual owners of ourselves. We don't have to let nobody else own us and our IP to monetize it. So how do we monetize our IPs as independents? Hit up my line with that shit and let's go, motherfuckers, because, you know, we got shit to do. We got bills to pay. We got land to buy.
Yeah.
God damn it.
That's something I've
I
been
hope
thinking
by the next
about.
interview, by the next interview, if I'm in the land, I'm doing this shit. I'm gonna do a drone shot for you and shit.
Yeah,
We
man.
might just have to do it like sitting together.
Yeah, that'd be perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be a thing.
That'd be so cool.
Oh my god, dude, like a podcast? Oh yeah, no, let's do this shit. Let's figure it out.
I'm flying out.
Anyways, Dale, go to sleep, bro. Thank you so much. I'm so sorry for keeping you late at night.
That's okay, bro.
I appreciate you, man. Dale, I hope I gave you good tidbits here.
It's good, bro.
For people to enjoy.
I love it, man. Thank you. It's been great.
All right, brother.
Bro.
All right, y'all. Thank you.
Bro.
Bye.